Come on now.
Let's go.
Anytime, my brother.
We are live from Radio Row here in Las Vegas at the Super Bowl, and we are joined by the greatest person on earth. I'm not just talking about on the field, but off the field as well. We've got our guy, Hall of Famer, Steve Atwater. Steve, what is going on?
Hey, man, it's always a pleasure to be with you gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you guys.
Man.
Yes, sir. Everything's good, man. Everything's good. It'd be better if we were in the Super Bowl, but hey.
Next year.
There we go.
Is next year our year? Is that what we're thinking, or are we thinking a little bit more long term?
We'll see. We got to see what happens, how everything shakes out with this QB situation.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think we're headed on the right track, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure right now. We'll see.
Where's it going to shake out? What's quarterback situation going to be, Steve?
If I knew that, hey, man, trust me, we'd all be a little bit better off. But, no, I have no idea which direction we're going. But I do know that's a huge position and an extremely important position. And if you don't have that squared away, then you don't have a lot of things squared away. Now, obviously, there are other, we had other issues that need to be taken care of. Yeah. I think that, we could be a little bit better on that defensive line as well. The connection could be a little stronger between quarterback, receiver. But, again, I think a lot of those things hopefully will be squared away by the time we roll around next season.
Yeah, you talk about quarterback, and I definitely feel like it's the most important position, like, on the field. And I feel like a lot of times, for me as a player, I can look at who we had as quarterback and kind of know what we were going to do that year. We hype up what we're going to do throughout the media, but we ultimately knew. Did you feel the same way, like, based off the quarterback you had? Did you feel like you would be successful or not as successful as a team?
Well, I had John Elway every year. So every year we felt like, we were in it. We have a chance to be in it. And now some seasons defensively, we thought we were better than we were. Mm-hmm. And, things happened throughout the year. We're like, man, we're not as good as we thought we were. Mm-hmm. But fortunately, once it got rolling, once Mike Shanahan got their thing started rolling, it was much, much better. And I'm hoping that this team has that same effect with Sean Payton.
Perfect. Steve, what was this week like when you were playing, the week leading up to the Super Bowl? Because what was that, 25 years ago?
Yep, exactly.
Was it anything close to this as a player?
I don't know, because we were in the bubble.
Yeah.
When you're on the team that's playing, a lot of stuff is happening, but, you still got to practice. You still got to watch film. You still got to do the things you have to do, and you get a chance to see a little bit of the city and get a little bit of the culture of the city in that. But it's very small in comparison to everything that's happening during the week.
It's a really good point. Back to your play. If you were to play now at your size, would you still be a safety?
I think so. Hey, I would make myself a safety if I could do it. Yeah, I think, some of the same skills that I had back then, they would apply to today. I probably would have to cover a little bit more, which I wasn't crazy about the covering part of it. But as long as you get pressure, covering is easy.
Exactly.
Todd, how many safeties have you played with that are bigger than you? Like Steve would have been if he was playing with you right now.
I don't think many. No, not many at all.
I'm curious. Obviously, Super Bowl week. I mean, Broncos have won 3 Super Bowls.
Yes.
You're on 2 of those teams. Todd, you were on one of those teams.
Yep.
What's the best Broncos Super Bowl champion team ever?
Wow.
Best Super Bowl champion team ever. Well, obviously, I would say the 32, because for me anyway, and for I'm sure all of our teammates, that was the first time it was done.
Yeah.
For the city of Denver, for really the AFC West had been on a drought as well at that time. We'd been 14, 15 years where the NFC had dominated. So everyone in the AFC West, they were pulling for us.
Yep.
Everybody, even the people in our conference, I think the Chiefs and Raiders and Chargers, they may have been pulling for us as well, just because it had been so long since the AFC had been represented. And so when the AFC West got back, we felt like we were not only playing for us, we were playing for the entire AFC, and of course, Broncos country. So I would say that. Now, talent-wise, these guys they had a monster of a team, and great players, some future Hall of Famers on there. We got a Hall of Famer on there already.
Yeah.
But more than two of them on there.
Two of them, yeah. So that's why I would give it to you guys, because I think you guys already have more Hall of Famers at this point.
It's early though.
I think we're still playing, but
Vaughn will get in.
Vaughn will definitely get in.
DeMarcus already in. Yeah.
DeMarcus is in. Payton's in.
Yep.
But those old school Bronco teams, I think that's what everybody lives off of. That's why this drought that's happening right now is so foreign to the city of Colorado, is because those guys laid the groundwork. You can't beat that.
I'm being blinded right now by the Super Bowl ring. Steve, do you ever bring yours out?
I do, but it's like if I have my Super Bowl ring on, and then Ty puts his ring out. When Ty puts his ring out, I put my ring in my pocket.
How do you choose which one to wear?
My Super Bowl 33 ring, my second one, it fits my finger a little better.
Okay.
My 32, I think I may have picked up a few pounds, and it's a little snug on there. So normally it's 33 that I wear, and it's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit nicer, but the first one means the most to me, though,
Absolutely.
just because it was the first one that we won.
What's it like winning the second one? How different is that? How obviously you still love it, but
Yeah, it was crazy. The amount of pressure that's on you after you won the Super Bowl, everybody's out to get you.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to get back at you. And so there's a tremendous amount of pressure on us, but fortunately we stayed fairly healthy. Obviously there were some injuries. I separated my shoulder, I want to say the fourth game of the season, and I missed a game or two, but I was playing hobbled, but that's what you do. Sometimes you got to do it. But it was, man, an amazing year. Still a bunch of great relationships from that year. Am I off track? What was the question again? I do that all the time. I start talking like, hold up, man. What is
No, it's all great stuff, though. Did you notice that pressure with John at all? Because obviously he's a great quarterback. Everybody knows that. He's been to Super Bowls, but it wasn't until those last two seasons that he won those. Was that noticeable that he kind of had that weight on him?
Not really. I think we were so close as a unit. We wanted obviously to win for John. But we had the confidence, man. Come on, Terrell Davis.
Yeah.
He was, and I go back and watch the games. I'm like, man, bro, nobody could stop Terrell. Nobody could stop him, and he was an amazing part. And then defensively, we were playing well, and special teams wise, we were playing well. And it's so rare that you have all three aspects of the game hitting on all cylinders. You know, Darren Gordon returning punts for touchdowns. And guys blocking for him, and again, offense, with Rod Smith, Eddie McCaffrey, John, Terrell, all the weapons, offensive line. It was amazing, and I'm sure Todd will speak to that as well. Because you've played, how many years did you play? Eight years in the league. How many times did you have it to where the team was the way that it was in 20 when you won the Super Bowl in 2015?
Never again. That was that was the one and only time that we had it like that. And then even then, I feel like our offense was good, but it wasn't like Payton's best. I think when you guys were rocking and rolling, you had the best of TD and the best of Elway. You had the best of both sides of the ball.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah.
Henry, it's your time to get tackled.
Uh-oh.
Not by Steve, though.
Ooh,
so
yes.
You got to get up, my friend.
Oh, man, Alex Singleton.
Enjoy it.
Steve, thank you so much for rocking and rolling with us.
Absolutely, man. And my man Alex Singleton is coming up next. And I've been just saying this all year long, man. This guy, he's a warrior on the field.
Absolutely.
I was so happy when we brought him in. I looked at some film. I was like, man, this guy can play some football. Yeah. He has a nose for the ball. He's getting to the ball every single play, and I'm so glad he's on here. So, hey, man, great being with you guys. God bless.
Thank you, Steve.
Keep appreciate you, man. Yes, sir.
You
always
are
good
the man.
To see you.
Thank you,
appreciate
Steve.
You.
Man, the myth, the legend, and Henry is leaving too because it's his time to get tackled. And before he does, I got to tell you about our friends over at DraftKings Sportsbook. Use the code DNVR at sign up to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's code DNVR over at DraftKings Sportsbook. Make sure to download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use that code DNVR to turn $5 into $200 instantly. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or in West Virginia, visit www.bbgambling.com www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777. And visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 plus age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus packs expire 168 hours after issuance. See DKNG.com/football for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gaming resources.
Bam! You killed it. You killed it. And let me tell you about our friends over at Factor Meal Kits. They are our presenting sponsor, so thank you, Factor Meal Kits, for helping us put on this amazing podcast. And we love Factor Meal Kits. We love them for their healthy food, their great food, but also they have snacks, smoothies, more. You can discover a wide variety of easy options for the entire day, like breakfast, midday bites, and more. There's no prep, no mess meals. Factor meals are 100% ready to eat. So there's no prepping, no cooking, no chopping, or cleaning up. That's the best thing about it. If I could just eat and not clean up, or cook and not clean up,
my goodness.
I mean, you can't beat it. So head to factormeals.com/DNVR Broncos to use code DNVR Broncos 50 to get 50% off. That's code DNVR Broncos 50 at factormeals.com.
All right, let's welcome two awesome guests next. Now we're rocking and rolling with three incredible athletes and Zach. But before we're joined, Henry is going to get tackled from our friend Vince Egan, a three-time champion. Too nice, Vince. You took it easy on him. Henry, no, you're not getting away with that. Do it again. Hit him harder, Vince.
Take him to the ground. Take him to the ground.
He's taking his glasses off. Let's go. Oh, Vince is winding up.
Look at Hank is so nervous.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, dang.
That was incredible.
He did it.
He did it. Let's go, Vince. Oh, my goodness. I absolutely love it. Henry, you good enough? Yeah, come here.
Oh, I don't know. Are you in?
Yeah, you're in. So is Alex. So is Vince. Henry, come here. Got to get Henry on. Got to get Alex on. Got to get our friend Vince on. Oh, my goodness. Look at that bling that he's got going on.
Yeah.
Todd, he's got more
ice than me,
drip
for
than
sure.
you.
No, he's got it. He's got it. Welcome, my man. How was it?
How was it? Yeah, it was awesome.
Vince said it was his favorite thing he's done today.
Oh, well, that's good. I would maybe not be my favorite, but it is what it is. That ground is hard, too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure, because this is just a big convention center, I think it's just like concrete down there, and they roll a little carpet down. That's some hard ground down there.
Yep, it was playing in those stadiums.
You played at that Raiders field that last week.
Yeah, they just roll out.
Yeah.
On the cement. You'll see tomorrow or Sunday.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's not going to be great.
Wow.
Hashtag do it again.
Oh, boy. Dang, everybody's loving it.
Oh, God. Wow. What'd you think, Alex? You got a review for him?
That was great.
Yeah?
That was, hips were in it, lifted you up. Oh. You were parallel at one point. It was perfect.
I really was, yeah. Like, my feet were up in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think, Todd?
I think you did great. I think you were prepared. You had the right form to get tackled, I guess. I think you did a good job.
I was trying to get loose. I was thinking just like be limp. It's like a car crash or something. Like
you
been
want
those
to just be calm.
a couple people like survive those plane crashes, like falling out of planes. The same thing. You just kind of relax a bit. Yeah.
That's how it works.
What have you guys been up to this week?
Yeah, Vince, you want to start it?
We're here for Special Olympics Snack Zone.
That's right. Yeah.
For nutrition tips and stuff like that. So,
what's like the number one tip?
The number one tip is portions is the best thing for you. That's what I think. And
awesome. Yeah. So let's see. You got those 3 medals there, right?
yes.
So gold one says Austria 2017 on it.
Yes.
How'd you do that?
I did the World Games in Austria, and I did it in the giant slalom. It was so fun going down I call it the mountain because it's not like Colorado.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Could you do that? You think you can do that?
No.
Do you
Absolutely
ski at all?
I snowboard.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it makes sense.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm Cali vibes, right?
Thank you.
Like those
All
guys
right.
don't ski. They snowboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Epono.
You ski at all, Todd?
No. I've snowboarded a couple times. I'm not the best. I'm definitely not winning any medals for it, but I try.
Awesome. What did we raise for that? Just because I'm sure there are people who just like jumped in and saw that and don't know what's going on. Do you know what the number was that you raised for like your?
Well, that was tackling inclusion.
Tackling inclusion. There we go.
I raised money for all the tackles I made this season. It had nothing to do with tackling.
Well, we promoted it. It was like you hit that number. Somebody like jumped in, paid a bunch.
Yeah. It was nice of them.
Because I remember you told me at one point, like the Eagles fans got to like 16,000 one year.
They did.
Yeah.
Broncos fans didn't get that last year. They get it this year?
No. It was somewhere over 10,000.
Okay.
It was good though.
Yeah.
That's a lot. It's awesome. All goes back to Special Olympics Colorado, so it's huge. I'm happy. And we'll tackle inclusion more this season. So.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Maybe
and how long
tackle
have
me
you
too.
been with Special Olympics? I know you've been doing a lot with them and working with them for a couple years now.
Yeah, I've
Tell
been
us
an
about that.
ambassador for the last 6 or 7 years, but I started, because my older sister has Down syndrome, so I've been a fan, a cheerleader of Special Olympics since I was, born. She's been a participant for 25 years, so
Wow.
yeah, it's been my whole life. I think it's, one of the greatest things. It's, the greatest athletes. I mean, you see all the stuff, the medals he's won, and he gets to compete with Special Olympics until, the day he is unhealthy, and that's why we have this nutrition campaign coming out, because 60% of Special Olympic athletes are obese or overweight. So that's why this campaign, they wanted to, do that to teach people, healthy nutrition. I think it's like one of the only. It took me till I was 4 years playing football at a pro level to be like, hey, I should probably eat the right stuff. And I think
I'm right there with you.
so many people, you don't start doing it until your late 20s, early 30s, 40s, and now you're kind of already behind. You're getting injuries. All my friends I went to college with, like, tear their ACLs in rec ball because they don't eat right, they don't do the right things, and they wonder why their body fails them. But instead, this campaign is to get late teens and early 20s and teach these athletes like, hey, your body is what's gonna be your vehicle for the next 50, 60 years, and if you can learn the correct way to portion out snacks, know your macronutrients like your proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, you can play sports the rest of your life.
I think that's really dope because I think it's much easier to just start with good habits than try to correct bad habits.
100%.
So I think that's important to really get the young kids started with nutrition, diet, meal plan. I think that's really, really cool what you guys are doing.
Yeah, it's awesome. And I know Vince, he's learned to cut down on the pizza over the last, we filmed in December, so he's had 3 months ahead of everybody else to, prepare.
Nice.
So
I felt it, yeah.
I feel a lot more more energy than I used to do. I used to get tired really quick, and I'm able to finish a golf tournament without being too tired. I could probably play 2 rounds in one day if I wanted to. I realized that I have to do more stuff to get myself back to being healthy. So eating better, drinking plenty of water, doing those things is really good. And that's what I enjoy, trying to get back into being healthy again.
That's very
Awesome,
cool.
yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So you're a skier, you're a golfer, and what else do you do?
I do flag football. I do soccer. What else?
Do you have a position
For
for football?
football, I'm actually the QB.
There you go.
Nice.
So I
Yep.
read the defense a little bit more. I have a pretty quick throw.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm leaning back a little bit to help out my other teammates to understand that their jobs are a little bit more different than mine. It was a great time. I'm gonna miss it. I choosing golf a little bit more, so I'm playing a lot more than I used to.
Yep.
So that takes up more of my time than other sports.
Yeah.
So I will probably stay with basketball a little bit more to get myself more in shape during the off season, so I
Okay.
don't have to worry about anything. But yeah.
I feel like that's what football players do. They kind of ease your way out of football, start golfing, and then you just kind of Fried that. I'm curious with the food stuff, though, because, like, from an outsider, you assume, like, you're in the NFL now, you've got, like, nutritionists, you've got, like, all the food that the team provides, all that sort of stuff. Like, why is it tough? And what exactly is that change after a couple years where you then start focusing more on nutrition?
Yeah, I know for me, it was, all my life was trying to gain weight. So it was like, in high school, like, I would eat pizzas, burgers, whatever you could. Chick-fil-A. Before games, they would bring Chick-fil-A and pasta.
Yep.
And that's what we ate before games. And then in college, like, we both went to small schools. So you just went to the student cafeteria to get food. So I ate whatever they had, which would most of the time be fries and all that. So by the time you get to a team, it's like, well, this is what got me here. This is what I like.
Yep.
Why would I choose a chicken breast and rice?
Yeah.
Like, it's not as appealing, and you don't know how much you've never ate the right way, and you still made it this far. Why would you?
Why change now?
And so to change and know you should change it when you do it takes a long time, because you got to go like months before your body fully adapts to it and changes. You crave the other stuff all the time. So that was the biggest thing for me, and now, like, I feel way better, and I know, like, we'll be able to continue to play eating the right way, but it takes forever to learn.
Cool. I saw Jason Kelce walking around over there, your former teammate. Do you, like, listen to his podcast? Like, are you surprised that all of a sudden, like, he's like a star?
I'm more surprised that he's a star, not surprised that he's, like, good at that.
Okay.
Like, great dude. I think him and his brother, the level they're playing at, they both, they decided to start a podcast. I think you guys going to the Super Bowl, it's like the only brother combo that have played each other in the Super Bowl, like, ever. I think it was last year. It was just like the perfect storm for them. And then both being back, like, 4-time All-Pros in a row.
Yeah.
It's a perfect storm, and just the way he's just put the center position on the map, which he did, I think, after they won the Super Bowl in 2017. That speech he had, standing on Broad Street in Philly, just yelling at the crowd and telling, in the mummer suit. So I'm super happy for him. It's super cool. Like, he's a legit star, and he's a very, like, you see him, he wears flip-flops and shorts, and he doesn't like care about that. It's cool, because I feel like his brother obviously cares more about that stuff, so it's cool to see.
Well, Vince, you're an Eagle fan, right?
Yes.
What do you remember about Alex when he played for the Eagles?
Remembering he had a lot of tackles for us.
Yeah.
I know he had a lot, and we missed that linebacker type. Inside linebacker.
You guys can't have him back. You can't have him back. He's here now.
He's there for a while, but we never know. He could come back for one more year.
Yeah.
After spending like a couple days with Alex, are you thinking about becoming a Bronco fan?
No.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit.
Wow.
It's all good. You got to be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
You got to be honest.
Awesome. Appreciate you guys coming on.
Yeah.
I think we hit our time limit. I thought Zach was going to be the one
Why do you look at him like that?
Isn't it just disappointing when you look at him?
God damn it, there we go. We were due for that. We almost made it through this whole thing. Yeah.
Oh my God.
See, Zach was supposed to be on here, like, driving all this stuff. I'm just sitting here lost.
Yeah. So, you got to switch.
Oh dang. We're calling it. He said he's calling it a sub. I think he's a little.
We
dazed.
can ask online. Who do they want to leave?
Oh dang.
Yeah, they already.
Vince and Alex, or Henry.
We know the answer. We'll do this again. Little Vince and Alex podcast. DNVR Vince and Alex podcast.
Yeah, I'm down for it. I'm down for it. And how long are you guys here?
I'm here till Saturday. Vince is leaving tonight, sadly.
Oh man.
He's got a big dance this weekend.
Okay.
Oh, what's that?
It's the night to shine with Tim Tebow puts it on.
Oh, very cool.
So I am taking a very pretty girl.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You can give her a shout out, then she can see
give
it.
her a shout out.
Yeah, give her a shout out.
This is for Grace. I can't wait until the dance with you. We're going to have a good time.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. That's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Awesome.
All right, now we'll leave.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, thank you guys for coming on, man. Love what you do. Appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Of course they want me gone. Yeah, we all knew they wanted me gone. That was fun.
Zach's going to come in.
Yeah. It's your regular seat.
That was fun.
Zach just
I
needs
think
so many
it's really
directions.
cool what they're doing and how
Definitely.
they're choosing to give back, because nutrition is important, not just for like special athletes, but also like for people in general. So I think their message can be heard by a lot of people, and it's important to get on your nutrition.
It's tough though, because like Alex comes over and I want to talk shit, but then at the same
you
time
try
it's
not
like
to.
I feel like I got to be nice. In front, but like, can I have my phone, Yaya? I took all my stuff out of my pocket, before the tackle. Do you know where we're?
I'm surprised that we are still live. I
What do you
left you
mean?
guys like the
Bro, I was
dad
lost.
left and the kids didn't burn the house down.
It was,
was
a little. I think there's a
unprepared.
fire in the kitchen, but
It's
So should I leave?
no. You got to put this thing out.
no, yeah. Also,
And I'll put it out by telling you about our friends over at Game Time. If you
Thank
want
you.
to go to the big
we
game, use the code Vegas100 to get $100 off. Todd, what would you do at that $100 savings?
Put it all on black.
Put it all on black, and then you'd have, what, $200? Is that how it works?
And then you run it back.
So check out our friends over at Game Time. Use the code Vegas100, and if you can't make the big game, make sure to use the code DNVR to get $20 off any single sporting event, concert, any event, not just in Denver, not just in Las Vegas, but anywhere across the country. Game Time is our official app to get tickets, so you want to check them out and use that code Vegas100 or the code DNVR.
so that
No, hit.
I have a story. I'm on my phone. Fine. Okay.
You got to hit the next mid-roll because, come on, Henry, come on, Henry.
What's up?
Because we got a very special guest joining us.
How you doing,
right
my brother?
now.
What's up?
Former teammate of Todd Davis, Super Bowl
what's
50
up?
champion, TJ Ward is joining us. Go, Henry.
DraftKings Sportsbook. Everybody log in.
Nope. We already did that
Oh,
one.
sorry. I was.
Oh, my goodness. This guy, he
Back to
gets
meals.
hit once and he
We
can't
already did
handle
this.
it.
We already did
all
that one.
all the bills to get us out here.
We already did this one.
Factor? We did
Yeah,
factor?
yeah,
We
yeah.
did factor
Oh,
while you
my
drafted?
goodness. This guy is a mess.
What am I doing then?
The next one.
Jeez, this guy is a...
Oh, so the second mid-roll game, huh? Empire today.
What? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out the game. I know. Huh? Like 2 months ago. Yeah. I felt like I was getting a little long in the forehead. I was like, yeah, I gotta stop this before it get bad.
I mentioned
it.
when I was getting tackled, the concrete here just covered with a little bit of carpet, not good carpet. If you guys need good flooring, go to Empire today. They've got all sorts of good stuff, whether it's like the wood floors, the fake wood floors,
Yep.
the carpet, all that sort of stuff they've got over at Empire. So definitely go check that out. They've got virtual floor designer. You can just show your floor. They show you what all the different options would look like. And if you want to do that, you can schedule a free in-home estimate today. All listeners can receive $350 off when they use the promo code DNVR. Restrictions apply. See empire.com/DNVR for details.
We've got
There we go.
Todd, your
Yep.
former Super Bowl 50
Wow.
champ teammate, TJ Ward, joining us.
No ring though.
You know what? I brought it with me and I put it on this morning. It was already hurting my hands, so I was like, I'm not walking around.
Just too heavy?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. I had it on last night, well, most of the evening, and then I got back to the room and I was like, dude, you were torturing.
It is a hassle.
Like,
It is a hassle.
I was going to put it on this morning. I was like, no, I did Radio Roll last year, had it on, man. At some point, you got to stop wearing it all the time
Yeah.
and just be the champion. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yep.
you know, I love it. I still bring it out, but today it was just too long of a day to have it on all day. And I don't like putting it in my pocket and taking it off because I definitely don't want to misplace it.
How often do you think
Which
about?
I did once.
Wait.
You lost
where
it
was
before?
Dude, I misplaced it. I was out here. And I had put it on my nightstand the night before, and then somehow it just fell off. And dude, I woke up and I was looking everywhere. I went to the lobby,
be
restaurant, I
panicked.
had breakfast.
Yep.
I was panicked. I went everywhere, and it was under the curtain. So you know, one of those last checks before you leave. Like, let me just look anywhere.
Yeah.
What a relief.
Yeah.
Oh my-
What do you do if you lose that? Can you get a replacement?
I don't know.
Nah,
Do you just buy Todd's?
No, mine.
They got Todd's name on it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Hey, didn't Wade's fall off the stadium? Who's fell off the stadium that night? Do you remember that? Remember we were having the party, everybody got their rings, and somebody fell over the top of the stadium? You remember that? and they had to replace, like, you got a dent. I thought it was Wade.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
It clearly wasn't
Hey, I'm
TJ.
not gonna lie. That night, I don't remember much. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't even remember walking up out of there. I could have dropped from the stadium. Oh, I'm sorry.
So what's like your thing in Vegas? You know, I feel like everybody has like different stuff. Some people are like super into food. Some people like the clubs, like gambling, all that sort of stuff. Like, what's your go-to? Like, what are you excited about when you go to Vegas?
You know what? I'm transitioning into what I do and do not like. It used to be the clubs and the clubs. Nightclubs, day clubs, after-hour clubs. But right now, the food, for sure.
Yeah.
Still the pool when it gets warm, because, you know, I love the pool. That's and the spas.
The spas,
Yeah,
okay.
man. The spas, buffets. I'm getting around the buffets.
Yeah.
So I'm, you know, doing different things while I'm out here.
Aren't you
That's
checking
what's
out
up.
the spa later today?
Yeah, in like an hour, I got a massage. You know what I'm saying?
Man, need
Me
that.
and wifey gonna be big chilling.
Oh, I thought it was you and me.
No,
Whoa.
Oh, I thought you were bringing me.
Hey, man, look, I'm going to have to get up out of here.
You're like,
Is it getting steamy in here?
I didn't sign up for this.
How often do you think back to Super Bowl 50? Is that daily?
Every time I watch football.
Oh, okay.
I have a problem with comparing defenses to ours.
Yep.
And I see bad defense. It's like, oh my goodness, what are these guys being taught?
Yep.
What are they preparing for? I watch football, and a lot of times it's unprepared football.
Yeah.
It's just not knowing or not being taught, whatever the case is, not studying yourself, is tendencies and down and distances and different things like that. And I'm not saying that, you know, as a player I was immune. Of course I fell into some traps and missed keys that I'm supposed to recognize and stuff, but not doing it at a consistent, as high as a rate as it is in football right now is just like, oh my goodness, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. I feel like I watch football now and like I see plays happen. I'm like, how did they not talk about it? Like, I watch the Chiefs. They still running some of the same plays. Like, how did y'all not have a meeting on this specific play? Or it'd be like 2-minute drill, first play, screen. Like, that's been the thing for like the last 20 years. Like, how are y'all not ready for this?
Third and long, draw, check down, screen.
Yep.
That's like your ABC.
Absolutely.
How do you not know that? You get 40 yards on the screen, there's no way.
No.
There's no way.
So is that credit to Wade Phillips for having you guys prepared, or what was the most important thing to make that defense elite and historic?
A mix. You know, Joe Woods, Wade. And then I think it was just our willingness to be prepared and be great. Like, that wants from almost every single member, if not, I wouldn't even say almost, every single member of that defense and that team. It was just like the accountability was on an all-time high, responsibility. You know, every meeting, coach going to come in, what's your job, what's your responsibility? Your job is to do what you're assigned to do. Your responsibility is get to the ball.
Yep.
So that was the mentality.
Yeah, the pressure was there. I mean, even when I joined the team, the pressure was there. My first game
Tell
in,
me this story.
my first game in, like
Time,
I was playing, I kept messing up. I come back to the huddle, like, hey, yo, I'm gonna get it right. Like, don't worry, I'm gonna figure out. Like, man, if you don't shut up and just get your play right, I was like, man.
Hey,
all
Todd,
right.
give us the call. We don't care about that. We know what you're going through. We get it. Give us the defense.
Man.
When did you start being the guy who brought the plays in?
It was on and off, like when I had like the couple games that I started, like maybe 1 or 2 times that I did that, and then once I became the starter is when I had the green dot.
Yeah.
And then
Todd had a fast acceleration to starting. Like,
Yeah.
he came in, free agent, right?
yeah, basically.
And then, like, you know, free agents come and go all the time. Like, but he came in and got, like you said, special teams, started getting a rotation. We was like, oh, he could play. And then he came in that Bengals game, was like, hey, man, why you got no? It was like your little brother, right? We was in like 2 minutes. It was cold and shit. Todd, like, tired as hell. He's like, all right, guys, I'm gonna get it together. It's like, Todd, give us a defense. They about to line up right now. But then after that, it was no issues from Todd. After that, he was the centerpiece of the defense, man, and he made us go. Him and B. Mark
That's
and Danny
hilarious.
T. So you know, you look back at where you started it,
Yeah.
it's so funny because that is definitely a memorable story in my book, in my bank at all time. Me and Key, we laugh about that all the time. Remember Ty came in that Bengals game?
Hey, look, I was tricked. I was a rookie. I had been here for 2 weeks, and I'm supposed to start and get these people to call.
And it's like 2 minutes. Like
And we running.
Yeah, like it was
In that defense,
a
too.
tight game. Fourth quarter, fourth quarter, he thrown in the fire. That shit was hilarious. Oh my God.
Dang.
Do you have a welcome to the NFL story that you remember? Obviously, it
I
was
always
before you
tell
got to
this
the
story. It was
Broncos.
actually before the game. When we played Tampa, I played Tampa Bay my first year in Cleveland. First game of the season, we were on the road in Tampa. And Kellen Winslow Jr. had just signed with Tampa Bay from Cleveland. You know, he's a big personality, character type guy, so he had a presence among the players that were still there in the locker room. They would talk about the stuff he did and, you know, what this, that. So I had a kind of impression of who this person was without meeting him already. And then we got in the game, and we do the intros. They come out, they got the buck thing, pirate boat popping off and stuff. And the flags are coming. They got the big buck flag. And I'm standing on the sideline, and it's still kind of smoky from the fireworks and the haze and the fire. And Kellen Winslow comes down our sideline with a big-ass flag, probably as big as this backdrop. And he's walking down. He's looking at every player like, I'm like, what the hell is this dude? Oh, yeah, I'm going to knock your top off. You don't even know it. This is my first game. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to knock your top off. So him and one of our linebackers get into it. He trying to fight him, get to the field. Like, bro, the game ain't even started. Matt Roth is crazy, by the way. Outside linebacker, play for the Dolphins. But that was probably like my first, like, damn, this is the NFL. This is crazy. It felt like the flashes on Any Given Sunday. Remember in the game on Any Given Sunday, that movie where Jamie's going through something or whatever, a player, they're going to show tackles, hit, and it's just like flash, poof, 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 poof. That's how it felt.
I mean, you mentioned Kellen Winslow being a talker. Who was the biggest talker on that Super Bowl 50 defense?
Probably me.
For sure.
What do you say? What do you say?
Oh, man, this is...
No, you can say whatever on here.
I'm looking around. It's radio.
Here, man.
Nah, man. I talk very disrespectfully, but with respect. I'm disrespectful with respect. I'm not finna go too crazy, but I'd like to get a reaction out of other players. That kind of, I was gonna use the wrong words. That kind of riles me up a little bit, and when they don't talk, it's kind of like, I got to get this guy to say something. But yeah, for sure. It helps me build a kind of dislike for that person.
Yeah.
What's it like seeing the Chiefs as successful as they are in the Super Bowl again?
I wish this team, I wish we would have played these guys.
Yeah.
Like Pat Mahomes, that's what irks me is because it's like, dude, we used to beat y'all ass. Like, really. So all this little Chief stuff, it's cool, don't get me wrong, but I'll never root for a Chief, a chef, anyway.
I love it.
How would you defend them?
Same way we defending everybody. We gonna make you do what we want you to do.
Exactly.
We're gonna line up in front of you. We're gonna play cover 8, cover 1, cover 6, 3 buds. We got about 6 defenses.
And that's it.
And you know, see it, let us do something.
Yeah.
TJ,
Line up.
we got to let you run. You're a busy man here. But first, you got to tell us about your foundation, your agency. You got a lot of things going on.
Yeah, I got, 2 mainly. My agency, Player Above Sports. We're out here this weekend representing Kevin Givens, our D lineman for the Niners. So he's our biggest client right now. And good luck to him, and I hope he has a great game and they win. And then my foundation is the War Boy Project, which is tailored to youth development, youth improvement. We have high school, private school scholarships that we've been providing for the last 4 years and trying to expand on that. I have a golf tournament coming May 21st in the Bay Area. We have health, nutrition symposiums, football camps. You know, we had a crab feed a couple months ago for fundraising, so we're looking to put a few more programs together. We have a mentorship program for middle schoolers in development right now, so we're just funding and trying to provide outlets and resources for these kids in the Bay Area.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
I ain't got my invite to the golf tournament. I guess you don't want
They
me to go
haven't
up
been
there
out
and whoop
yet.
everybody. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
They ain't even been out yet. You gonna get yours. Don't worry.
I'm gonna pull
Don't
up.
you worry. It's coming.
All right,
But,
for sure.
Man,
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you so much for rocking and rolling with us, TJ.
Hey man, TD got his own show.
Yeah.
Making it happen, baby.
Little
What's up,
boys all
man?
grown up.
You know what I'm saying?
No more snot.
That's funny. All
Awesome.
right, fellas.
Thank you
All
so
right, thank
much,
you, man.
TJ.
No doubt. Talk to you.
Man.
All right, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you,
The
man.
man. Thanks for bringing
Friday.
the stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
All right, we'll link.
Oh, man.
I'll jump off too.
No, you got
Yeah, you can if you
Yeah,
want. Whatever.
I feel like that's the move.
right on.
right.
All right, before we get the
What's
next
up, my guys?
two guests on the show, get in
Come through.
here, Brandon. We've got to tell you about True Fan Travel, where if you're going to be in Las Vegas, this is the party that you want to be at. The Day Club at the
What's up, my brother? How you
Daylight
doing, man?
Beach Club at Mandalay
Good to
Bay.
see you, fam. Good,
You've
good.
got to check
Good,
them
good.
out this week. If you're going to be at the Super Bowl or you want to tailgate the Super Bowl, check them out for a private cabana or a VIP tailgate and watch party over at truefan.travel/trip/Super Bowl 2024. Todd, you want to bring our next guests in?
Oh yeah, no, I got talking about Empire today.
Nope.
All right, bet. I know, no. Now we're rocking and rolling. So we're keeping the Super Bowl 50 train going. Got my boy Brandon Marshall, Omar Bolden,
Let's
the
go.
one and only. Appreciate y'all coming through, man.
Nah, I appreciate you. Hey, first of all, I was standing over there. I'm like, yo, that hat is crazy.
Crazy.
That hat is crazy. I see you.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah,
You know,
no doubt.
I chopped the dread, so I got to find
see.
other ways.
What
you know
made
saying?
you chop 'em?
I just needed, I think my forehead was getting a little big, my brother.
No, you felt like that for real?
I did. Well, it was one time I was getting cut, and I felt like I couldn't see the end of the clippers when he was lining me up. So I was like, the clippers is a little high, so I was like, yeah, I'm going to have to go ahead and chop him off.
That's crazy.
I
And then,
didn't wanna go crazy.
right after he chopped him off, he wore a hat. And we're like, Todd, you don't wear hats that often. And it was quiet. And then he's like, I cut my hair. And we're like, what?
Yeah,
you didn't want to take your hat off for him, man.
No, I didn't. Oh, you got the setup.
Yeah,
what is this?
you
The,
know,
Bro, you know I gotta get my
4K?
social content.
Okay, I like that.
I gotta get this going on
To show
TikTok,
him.
Instagram.
Yeah, no, you got to show. You got, yeah, just a little bit.
Okay, that'll work.
All right, that's
I'm
it,
trying
that's
to get
it.
B in it, but it's all
That's
good.
all love.
It's
Yeah,
all
no
good.
bullshit, bro.
Yeah, hey, I didn't get the memo for the chain. I would have, you know what I'm saying, put the ring on the.
Bro, I just
on
feel,
the
I feel
thing.
like it's too big and it's uncomfortable when you're shaking guys' hands.
Yeah.
We do a lot of handshaking during these events. You
Yep.
know what I mean? And the guys be squeezing your hand. It's too uncomfortable.
And
for
it's
me.
heavy, bro. I be
That's
having
what
to
I'm
switch it
saying.
back and forth, like, you know what I'm
And
saying?
it's low key a vibe on the
It's-
chain
it
too.
is a vibe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Todd, I know you got to go rope somewhere else or something. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah.
vibe. Every night to switch it up. Like,
Yep.
oh, I got on the chain.
That's dope.
I
I'ma
actually
do that.
never wear mine.
Yeah.
Like I never.
You always
wear-
put it on the chain
Always
now?
put it on the chain. Always
That's
put it on
it.
the chain.
That's it. Where's
Did
you
you ever do
got
the
a chain with a ring with a chain?
I just left it in the hotel room.
Dang.
Meant to bring it. Yep.
Dang.
The chain or the ring?
Both. Yeah, exactly. Todd was last night. He was wearing a TD drip, and he let me wear it, and I fit right in, right?
No, that was perfect,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It was vibes, all vibes, all good
TD
vibes.
got drip though. Todd,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what
I
I
be
mean?
just trying, you know what I'm saying? I just try to keep with B, man.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? I don't have the jacket, so I just try to do what I
He
can.
said
You know what I'm
the
You got a
saying?
jacket.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's cold.
It's light work. you know
It's
what I'm saying?
fresh.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
This about to turn into a fashion segment. I love it.
Hey, no, we started doing that with the show, like breaking down the fashion coming into the stadium. Because,
Yeah.
for us, like, if you didn't come fresh, they was on your head. Like, you know what I'm saying?
right.
So we started trying to, break down people's fashion. It's been like a little fun segment.
I think that's great too because then you got GQ Sports put out the
Most stylish.
most stylish
Yeah.
player, and
Yep.
I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but African cat to play
Yep.
for the Browns. You know what I'm saying? So like it's a thing now.
Yeah.
When we was going, obviously suits. Some people, I think the Niners when we played had travel suits. Now it's like, all right, either some teams are suits, but it's like, all right, well look, maybe no suits today. You got to come with it.
You gotta
It
come
seems,
fresh.
it seems like coaches are giving players flexibility to do whatever, as long as you're like fresh and presentable. You know what I mean? You could come suited, you could come swaggy,
Yeah.
you could come casual. You know what I mean? You can work the spectrum.
Yeah.
I think that's dope too, though. And I love that they're highlighting it now too. You know what I mean?
And it's interesting, like when you think about it, right? We got to come fresh for what 18 weeks,
Yeah.
or 17 games, or 18 games, right?
Yep.
NBA, got 82 games.
Yeah.
So you got to think your wardrobe got to be on
Stupid.
point. Like,
You got a stylist.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because you popping tags every day.
Yeah.
Every popping tags every day.
Bro,
Like,
them boys be on road trips for 2 weeks.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
That
crazy.
is
That's stupid.
Who's most fashionable on that Super Bowl 50 team?
Ooh,
Dang, that's tough.
that's tough to even go back and think about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to name a couple, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought Emmanuel Sanders was fashionable.
Yeah.
I've always thought Omar was fashionable.
For sure.
I don't think I was hitting it at that time for myself.
Nah, I feel like I was, I ain't got my, we ain't got the bag yet.
We found our
Once we got the bag, then we have to change it up.
we
You know what
found
I'm
our
saying?
groove.
Andre, Bubba Caldwell.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, for
Bubba
sure.
Caldwell
Always
was
fresh.
always
Always
fresh.
fresh. Yeah.
What you think?
Bubba was fresh. Oof.
Anyone who wasn't fresh that you want to throw out there?
Yikes.
No, I'm not.
No,
No, we can't do that. We can't do that.
Yeah, good question, though.
Nah, but it was just a different vibe back then. Like, you had to come ready to play. You had to come on point with the fit. Like, I think just like we were on our P's and Q's then, and I don't think the team is like that now.
Nah.
What do you think is the biggest difference since we've been gone, or since that Super Bowl run, in comparison to what the team is at now?
I feel like we were a team. Like, I feel like the events and like going over Von crib and like doing stuff together, we did that not only Super Bowl year, but the whole year before that.
Yeah.
And I feel like we were talking to them, and they just started going to dinners as a team like midway through this season.
It's a lot of individuals on the team.
Yeah. Not like bad personalities, like they don't get along. They just hadn't created that unit yet.
Yeah.
So I feel like they just started getting into it, and it was right when they went on that 5-game winning streak. That's when they started going to dinner. That's when they started to come together. And I think you saw it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's interesting, Todd? Like, a lot of people ask me about that Super Bowl 50 team, and one of the first things that come to mind that I cite is our camaraderie.
Yeah.
I say, yo, we all liked each other. We all hung out.
Yeah.
Like, it was a different vibe than
For
I've
sure.
ever been on in any team in my whole playing career.
It takes special individuals though to create that environment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I gotta shout out Von. Von is such a loving individual, man.
Yeah.
That really opened up his home, really
Yeah.
for all of us. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like that's rare. And I'm pretty sure there's at least one of those guys on the team, but that guy got to step up.
Got to.
He got to step up and emerge himself as a leader for the guys. So like. We can have an outlet and we can have a place that we feel safe outside of the facility. You know what I mean?
From the outside
That's a big
looking
shout
in,
out to Von.
From the outside looking in, who do you think it would be on this team?
Oof.
I don't know. They don't have like big personalities.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe Justin Simmons.
Yeah, but he's so.
But they don't have nobody like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
A lot of big personalities.
He got a kid. Well, because I'm thinking of like how Von did it in his home. Von had no kids at the time. You know, I don't know. It'll be tough though. But I guess you
Maybe
could do
Cortland. Cortland could do it too.
Yeah, it could be outings. It could be outings. You know what I'm saying? Or just
Yeah.
like, yo, come to the house. But look, I feel like it was different. We all hung out. We was in the locker room talking. It was cool. It was different, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But what about even how we handle situations? Because I saw something this year on the field between like the coaches and the players that I never really saw on our team. Yeah, I never seen coaches talk to at least the court. I never seen
that
Coach
wasn't
Fox
it.
or Gary Kubiak talk to Payton the way I've seen Coach Payton talk
to Russell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like that sends a message to the team.
Yeah.
Even if it's a subliminal message. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yikes.
and that's like my outside perspective as a fan, looking at it this year. So we didn't have those situations when we were on the team, when we were on that run.
No, I feel like we had a lot of grown men in the building too. And then we had a lot of men like you wasn't gonna say something to, you know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna respond like,
sure.
you know what I'm saying? I think there was just a mutual respect there, and that was weird seeing that, to be honest. Like, I had never seen that before, and it was funny to me that he didn't respond. I mean, I don't think he would, but I think. Even if you felt like you did the right thing, like I feel like you should say something or respond something.
And I feel like he always wants to do the right thing. That's why he don't say nothing.
And to be real, like as a grown man, okay, Todd, you're not disrespectful. Okay, Omar, you're not a disrespectful person, but at the same time, somebody come at you in a certain manner.
Yep.
And I did a show about this, right? I said, yo, I would like to see fire from Russ.
Exactly.
Right there. I would like to see some fire back at him.
Yeah.
I want to see some fire from him.
Because y'all two men talking.
Exactly.
Not coach player. It's two men talking here.
And Russ's resume is like crazy.
On,
you know what I'm saying? So like even cool, like a Todd Davis or B Mark, like me and Todd has had run-ins with our position coach.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
No disrespect, but it's like, yo, we felt some type of way, but we was able to hash it out. It's cool. It could have been the same thing, but every time
1000%.
he yelling at him, Russ is just, I'm like, nah, that's crazy.
And I think he could have did it like, it don't have to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
Just
Not at
like
all.
man to man, like, hey, you know, I'm not doing this on the sideline right now.
Yeah.
I feel like I made the right call. If it wasn't the right call, we can work it out and, you know, move on. But we're not just about to sit here and yell at me on national television. Like,
let me
you know what I'm
ask you a
saying? I don't have to
question.
be disrespectful.
Do you guys think that he addressed him off the field
You talking about after that?
after that?
I bet you they never even talked
I
about
don't know
it.
if he that type of guy. I don't see that, because even if I felt some type of way, I feel like afterwards I could come to. I would need to address that for me.
Yeah.
Have to.
I don't see Russ being
No.
that type of guy. Now I don't know him, but I don't see it.
No.
think
And
you're
I feel
spot
like
on.
Yeah, I don't
there's
see it.
bad energy there that was never hashed out. Like even
Yeah.
how towards the end of the year, how that, you know, controversy came out and the stuff his team was saying versus the stuff the Broncos were saying, like there's still some bad energy there. So I think whatever happened never got hashed out.
Yeah,
So
That's just unfortunate.
Interesting.
it is unfortunate.
That's just unfortunate because I thought Russ's ceiling was still high coming to the Broncos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think maybe I could have had a biased opinion just because of our history.
Yeah.
But I really wanted them to do well, man. To me, it's really disappointing that they weren't even contenders.
Yeah.
Even getting into the playoffs. I mean, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
well, I'll ask y'all the question I asked Mark Ingram. Is this situation hashable? Like, is there a way for Sean and Russ to come to the table as
No.
men and kind of move on?
No,
Absolutely no.
No.
It's done.
it don't work.
As men or these my professionals?
I'm saying, like, as professionals, like,
Yeah,
because the cap hit is so big and we're going to pay him
yeah.
40 whether he here or there,
Yeah.
is it a situation to where they can come and kind of make amends for this season?
So even if he take a pay cut right now, right? I mean, well, he still has 2024 guaranteed.
Yep.
Yeah, 2024
So
is
the
guaranteed.
pay cut will be for after 2024.
Yep. He's got
That's tough.
$39 million coming
That's
this
tough.
way regardless.
That's tough, man. I think player coach could it could be hashed out, but GM player organization, nah.
Yeah.
I think it's too much, man. That's too much money. They need to try to reallocate some of that to, you know, fill in other holes in the roster. I think Russ was good enough to I think he earned another year, to be real. I
With
thought
the-
he
yeah, yeah,
I
with
thought he
performance.
earned another year. And it's because of this, Todd. The grass ain't always greener, and quarterback play is tough to, 26-8, right? Good quarterback play is tough to find.
Yeah.
So unless he can try to, like they was, talking about, try to maybe get up in the top 2 picks, top 3, that's gonna be a big ask,
Yeah.
right? Unless they could
Yeah.
do that, or maybe in free agency try to get a Kirk Cousins for the low. And I don't even know who would trade for Russ though. Nobody's trading for that contract.
Nobody, no.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
And would you
man.
take a pay cut? Like, for me, I feel like it's too hard to get the money in the NFL. So
Not taking no
hard.
pay cut.
It's hard to get
I'm
the
not
money.
taking no pay
It's
cut.
hard to get the money. yeah, it's hard.
Nah.
Oh, but what circumstance would you take a pay cut though?
If there was like a long-term deal, like, in play, like he knows after next season I'm probably not going to be here.
Yeah.
So why would I take a pay cut to help
help
y'all
you
out?
out, yeah.
Now if we going on like a Super Bowl run,
Then I'm
and
taking
you-
a pay cut.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you know that I can do this for like the next 5 years,
Right.
and I'm locked in, good organization, good relationship with the head coach, GM. All right, we can maneuver some money like Tom Brady used to do. I can maneuver some money knowing I'm gonna be here for a long time.
Knowing I'm gonna be here. Yeah.
Next year I know I'm gone.
The rest
no,
of
there
it
ain't no
gone.
way.
Yeah, for sure. Nah,
Ain't
no
no
way.
way.
I'm taking this cash and I'm stacking it for my family. I got kids.
Yeah.
I got kids.
And you got to have the fly outfit too.
Yeah, man. And he got
a beautiful wife.
He got a
Yeah.
and
He got a beautiful wife he gotta take care of,
He got to
man.
like maintain a celebrity status. It just comes with the territory of dating Sierra. So he got to be, I ain't taking Todd. I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm cool. You got to cut me. You got to cut me. And I'm going to get that 40 though.
Yeah.
You got to cut
Yeah.
me, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof,
I'm
that'd
about
be
to
great. So he could go double dip.
Ooh.
Talking reckless too, coming with a hat that just say "cut me" on it.
Hey,
That's a lot of money too.
hey, that's great, by the way. That's amazing. That was great, Todd.
I gotta ask you this: what's
Yeah.
it like living in enemy territory, in Raider territory now?
Oh, man, people always hitting me talking about, Raiders, because we ain't beat the Raiders in how many games? 6 games? 8 games?
I think it's 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dog, they always, Raiders, my boy be FaceTiming me, Ray. I'm like, look, man, man, forget y'all, you know what I'm saying? But, no, it's cool. Look, I'm Broncos through and through, so I stay
Through and through.
I stay 10 toes, even the Raiders country. And even I had a stint with the Raiders, and I'm happy that I have a hometown team. I'm Broncos, like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody can, it's not even a 1% Raiders in me. You feel me? So,
There it
like,
is.
yes, I go to the Raiders games for, like, networking and vibing and chilling.
Oh, you
but-
go to the Raiders game?
You know, but nah, it's interesting though. But it is a lot of Broncos fans here though. I would say that. Yeah, a lot of Broncos fans for sure. Interesting, like I feel like a lot of the police officers that I got pulled over was Broncos fans. I got a lot of tickets, a lot of speeding tickets I got out. Shout out to
with the Melvin Gordon.
Yeah. Shout out.
I play on Sunday.
Yeah.
That cop said, I don't care.
Yeah, for sure.
Man.
It's hot right now.
Boy,
It's
rather
steamy.
toasty.
Yeah, steamy.
Yeah.
But this is great, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, first of all, I love what you're doing in the media space, and like this, y'all have like a fun atmosphere. Even when I went to Denver, and I did the show, it's fun, it's lively, it's, almost what like who said that? Was it Cat Williams said that? That Shannon Sharp like almost creates the space to just.
He makes it safe.
He makes it safe and makes you open.
He makes it comfortable.
Because like me and Omar came right in here, and just, obviously we know Ty, right? But it's laughing and you know, we could just be cool. Y'all show was great.
Yeah,
y'all show was
great atmosphere, man.
Yeah,
Thank y'all for coming on, man. It's been a good segment for show, and I feel like we definitely got to have y'all on more. You know what I'm saying?
Let me give you your flowers too, bro. I'm proud of you, man, because I know how hard it is to transition outside of the game and find something else that you love, enjoy doing, bro. Like that's something that's underrated. People don't talk about enough.
No, that's true.
You know what I mean? And being a former player, I think that should be highlighted, bro. So I just want to give you your flowers, bro, because I think it's dope, man. I know how hard it is just to get your feet rolling or get the ball rolling on something else. So
I appreciate it. That's something they don't tell you. Like when you signing them papers to retire, they don't tell you.
They
like,
don't tell you that, bro.
You're gonna have to transition. You're gonna have to find something else. You go from having like structured hour by the hour to just you got free time and you got to figure it out. It's different.
And a lot of us fall into depressive states. You know what I mean during that time. So it's good to see that you flourishing, bro. Your spirit like feels full, vibrant, and you seem happy, bro.
It does though. And even seeing you from the show you was doing at the Broncos facility, I always feel, is it Phil?
Yeah.
With Phil.
Yeah.
And then even now, like I feel like okay, cool. Obviously, you've elevated in your presence on media, and in your game when it comes to media. But I feel like this is like, Todd is. He's in his element. I feel like you're in your element.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Cool. I really do enjoy it. Like once I signed on with DNVR, I didn't understand how much I would enjoy it, but I am having a good time with it.
Nah, you're killing it.
Thank you, man.
Real.
I appreciate it.
I echo all that. You're killing it, and it's awesome to have both of you guys joining us. And like you said, we just want to have fun.
Yeah,
and the stories you guys told was awesome. You got anything else, or should we just wrap the show?
And honestly, I got one more thing.
Yeah.
And I kind of just briefly just imagined if I was a listener or a viewer, right? I feel like you could have this on and just be like, it's not like, oh my God, I got to listen to the whole. Nah, it's cool. I'm like, I just got this. I'm driving or whatever the case. They telling stories, they laughing. This is something that I feel like people could really latch onto and grab and just play.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of like, okay, all right, well, next. You know what I'm saying? Next episode. Nah, this is dope.
Well, Brandon, I can't tell you how much that means because when we talk about how we want this show to be, we want to just be hanging out with your boys.
Yep.
And so for you to say that and you guys to build that with us today is awesome.
Barbershop talk.
Barbershop talk. Yeah.
I would even say even living room homie talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Man, I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for rocking and rolling with us. We got one more day at the Super Bowl from Radio Row. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you guys. Thanks to Steve Atwater, Alex Singleton, TJ Ward, Omar Bolden, Brandon Marshall, Todd Davis, and yes, Henry Chisholm too. We'll see you tomorrow on the show.
We all silly like the mayor.